with 2-yard splits. 3 guys, 7.5 yards deep, forming a shield, and a punter at 14.5 yards. All right, for our shield punt, we will man protect it, and we'll get to that in a little while. All right, let me play this clip for you. All right, and go over a couple reasons why the shield punt is the best punt scheme that you could teach kids in high school or college. Okay, the first thing that you notice is you have maximum protection. All right, you have your guys blocking, and you have a second layer of blockers, the shield. The next thing you notice are the 8 guys standing by the punt returner when the ball is caught. Okay, the shield punt is the greatest punt scheme that you can install for a couple reasons. First and foremost, it's the only scheme where the snapper doesn't have to block. It's the only scheme that I know of where the snapper does not have to block. Okay, the snapper can focus on snapping the ball and covering down the field. All right, and so right there, you're stronger in protection and you're stronger in coverage. All right, the argument that some people will make, well, I want to run the pro style or I want to run this style, and I always say, what would you rather have? 7 guys covering the punt or 2? Okay, and to me, it's a no-brainer. We're attack blocking in the shield. We're vertical setting in the pro style. Okay, we have my snapper going down to tackle in the shield. We have my snapper blocking in the pro style. Okay, I have 6 line players and my snapper going to tackle the guy. In the pro style, I have my gunners and everyone else is going backwards. Okay, so that's the second reason why. The third reason why to install the shield punt is that the shield is going to clean up people's misses. Now, we don't want guys to miss, okay? But because of the depth of the shield, the width of the shield, and the way that our punter punts off the play side butt cheek of the personal protector, the guy in the middle, that blocker, even if we miss up front, he's going to have to come around a shield guy who's 2-gapping, okay, and get a hand on a punt that's 4 feet in. Okay, it's hard to do. So I say angles beat speed. Now, we don't want to miss, but I'm creating poor angles for the rushing team. Okay? All right, so their speed is being negated by our shield. All right, the shield guys are going to work their technique every day. And we'll go over what that technique is. And another reason is every team is going to have multiple guys that can play that shield position. Whether you want some bigger guys like I want, or you want, some more athletic guys who still have a little lead in their butt, you're going to have guys for this scheme. Whether it's the ends, the guards, the tackles, and we'll get into that personnel in a little while. You have guys to play that position. All right, number 4, why install the shield punt? Easier protections, simpler technique. It is difficult to teach a guy to vertical set. Some guys do it better with their right foot. Some guys do it better with their left foot back. Okay, there's no kick slide. Okay, we are attack blocking. We're in an athletic stance, not too wide, not too narrow. All right, hands in the V of the hips, stepping with our near foot, and we're attacking that guy. We're running out of our stance. The reason I believe that it's easier technique is if you're a football player, you have to know how to run and block. Okay, at every position, you got to be able to run. That's what we're doing out of our stance here. We're running to block our guy. All right, positions are for the most part interchangeable. All right, and then finally, if you want to rugby out of it, okay, you don't have to change your alignment. You don't have to change your formation. You can run the same protection and you can rugby out of it. Now, there are other protections that you can run that some people would argue might be better. All right, but in 95% of the situations, you could run a red protection if you rugby right or a blue protection if you rugby left. We'll get to that. It allows you to simplify your scheme, yet diversify your scheme at the same time, okay? There is some theory behind the shield punt, and this is where I usually start with when I'm teaching the shield punt to guys, because they're like, I like to know the why and what it is, but the theory part is important. It's a numbers game. I have 9 blockers, okay, and I have 6 guys on the line and 3 shield guys. My snapper is not considered a blocker. He's running now, so I got 9 guys. You have 10 rushers. Okay, so how do I remove the snapper and still have enough guys to block all of your guys? Well, the theory is where you get the answer to that question, okay? The interior splits are 2 yards because the splits are 2 yards, you invalidate the edge rusher. He's too far away, he'll never get there. All right, so if I'm kicking right, I'm letting the guy on the left go. If I'm kicking left, I'm letting the guy on the right go, okay? And so because of my interior splits, I invalidate that edge rusher. All right, if my splits get too tight, the edge rusher becomes a problem. All right, so the theory tells us we have to have wide enough splits to accommodate the fastest guy that you can get off the edge, okay? Next, I only will have 3 rushers getting to the shield. By the way that I protect, I have 3 shield guys. I don't want more than 3 guys getting to the shield, okay? Next, the theory is 7 guys in pursuit. I don't need 10. One argument that comes up, well, coach, I don't like using big guys in the shield because they can't cover. All right? Well, my response is I don't need 10 guys covering the punt. Okay? If I have 7 guys covering the punt and I need more than 7, then I'm going to run offensive plays, or I'm going to directionally punt, or I'm not going to punt. Because there is no punt scheme where you can have 10 guys covering right away. 7 is better than 2, and I say it's better than 2 because of the pro style. You have 2 guys going down and everybody going backwards. I will take 7 over 2 any day. We're attack blocking. We're not vertical setting, okay? And it's a 2-step redirect. All right, so if I'm blocking, and I'm going to keep this simple. If I'm blocking, step of my near foot, 1, 2, and I'm gone. All right? Step my other foot, 1, 2, and I'm gone. All right, I'm gone as the ball is being punted or before. More theory. It is the safest protection and the most coverage of all punt schemes. I get an extra wall of support with the shield. All right, I give the rush team terrible angles, especially if I add in a rugby punt to it. And I have really easily built-in directional punting options with this punt. Okay? Another thing that I hear from a lot of guys is number 4. I don't want free rushers to get to my 3 shield guys and beat them up. Okay? And the only thing that I can tell you is I'm not a fan of walking guys up. Because if you walk guys up, you're giving them better angles. What I would do then is I would rugby more out of this. Okay? And so you can take a lot of what I have here. If you don't have a punter that can hang it, you can modify what I'm doing here. Same splits, same protection. Just have those 3 shield guys shuffle over and you could rugby out of this. Okay? So that's a little theory.